Hi. Hello. Hi, everybody. I am having some technical difficulties right now. Um, it is just me right now. It is true. If you guys can hear me, let me know. I am not quite sure what's going on. Yeah, I know. Yep. How do I get my camera to flip around? So, number one, um, OBS seems to not be working properly right now, and so I can't use my virtual camera right now through OBS. Okay, cool. You guys can hear me. There's that. So yeah, for whatever reason, the computer doesn't seem to be able to access my devices, which is very, very strange. And so, let's see here. Ken, Todd's not going to be able to produce. Ken, if you're around, would you mind popping in so I can restart my computer? You can hold the thing down for me real quick. I am upside down. I'm trying to figure all that out real fast. I'm using direct to stream. Didn't have much time to get set up and ready to go here. So I'm going to take a look at my settings real fast. Where do I go into flip my camera around so at least I can use it from this perspective? Otherwise, I don't know. Fun. But yeah, my computer seems to be having some issues. There we are. Hey, Ken.
Hey, Jordan.
Oh,
hold the fort down.
Yeah, so Ken's going to hold the fort down for just a moment. I'll leave the screen spinning in the background. I'm going to restart my computer and see if that helps. If not, we'll have to figure something out. So just give me a moment. I will be right back.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Ken. I appreciate you, buddy.
So in the meantime, everybody make sure you wish Jody a happy birthday. It was Jody's birthday. So happy birthday, buddy. Not everybody, maybe just you, Eric. So yeah, so everybody's saying hi there. Who do we have here today? So obviously we have Todd. We have Stephen Haynes. Hey, Stephen. Donnie's here. Who else do we have? Keith. Hey, Keith, how's it going? And Jody, like I said, everybody wish him a happy birthday. Chase is here. Hey, Chase. And That looks like everybody so far. Hopefully this restarting his computer will help him. And Jody says, everybody already got me on Discord. We did, but it's also good just to say it again. I hope your birthday was good for you. Did you get a nice dinner or something out of it? Oh, look, there's Andrew. Hey, Andrew. I'm just about to put the children to bed. Do you have to read them a story? And if so, is it a Star Trek story? You just kind of make it up as you go along? Or you just like tell them stories about episodes? Of course, I'm just kidding. Although it's funny to imagine that's the case. And yeah, everybody else is just saying hello. Hope everybody's been doing okay. Jody says, I've got more birthday wishes from my HTM today than I have gotten the past 30 years. Well, that's a good thing, though. It's not a bad thing, getting birthday wishes from everyone here. Just goes to show you have lots of friends, lots of people who like you. Oh, here comes Jordan back. And you says, remember, there's only 343 days left till Wonderfest, and I already feel behind. There we go. Looks like it's working.
Yeah, apparently nothing that like a quick won't help. I don't know what you're talking about. What's up, everyone? Thanks, Ken, for holding that down. I did hear that on the way out. Jody, happy birthday in person. Definitely saw a great little way of announcing it. Holy crap, comments have been going crazy here. Leveling up for the 51st time. That's pretty awesome. Happy birthday to you. I'm gonna go catch up real fast so I can kind of get my mind set real quick. Will says, have a great stream, Jordan. By the time you see this, I'll be asleep. Oh, yes, it is a nice double logo. Thank you. Hold on. I also got to go through, change the not banner, but oh god, see, I'm a professional. There we go. Excellent. You need to stream at a sensible hour. Yeah, and I'm lucky I made it on time, let me tell you. Jody says maybe I'll start streaming at 2 a.m. my time for our friends in the UK. Yeah, that 9 a.m. stream would be nice. Everyone's saying hi. Todd's not gonna be able to produce tonight. Hopefully it's not work related, but it's likely work related. Maybe Ken can produce if he's not doing anything.
Just here to watch you.
So Ken's producing tonight, everybody. Donnie says, what's up, everyone? Jesus, my brain is all frazzled. Todd does say hello and good evening, everyone else. Keith is here. Hey, Keith, welcome. Todd does say happy birthday, Jody. Jordan is your boss. I mean, I'm everyone's boss at some point, I guess. I don't know. You work for Pizza the Hut, right? Would Hey Daddy be better? Well, that's your daddy, like that, your Wonderfest daddy. Let's see here. Everyone's saying hi. Final countdown. Yes. I had this brief panic moment when OBS wouldn't start up properly, and I'm like, and then when the countdown's going, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I don't know, man. And then I had the screen going, but it was backwards. But for whatever reason, it kicked the camera out, and just nightmare status, man. Streams are always fun. Todd says, "Man, you need a producer, right?" I was upside down, live from Australia, right? Everyone's saying hi to each other. Hey, Chase, Eric, Steven, how you doing? Donnie. Let's see here. Andrew's here. He says, here I'm about to get a kid to bed. I'm sure you're covering probably things you've already covered. Yes, only 343 days to Wonderfest. Goodness me. I didn't even thought like I'm likely still gonna bring something. I did get the Razor Crest fixed and it's up on the shelf now. So
Oh, right
that's all
on.
done. I'm going to record a finale for it here at some point. Ken, I actually do have an episode to release tomorrow of the Reliant.
Nice. Do you have the new logo to put in there?
No, well, I do have the logo. I'm going to drop it in. Todd, if you're still listening, we're going to be sending you the Lake Monster Details logo. If we can, we need to get the intro rejiggered a little bit so that we can get the sponsored by Lake Monster Details. And I guess I can give a bit of an update on that here in just for a moment. As we're actually going to be getting our parts, which is really, really cool.
Really cool.
Yes, indeed. And not just parts, but we're also getting parts from the man himself, which is really cool.
Yes.
As for dinner, Jody says, I ate a Whopper standing at the kitchen counter. I am starving, so it's likely I'm going to shove some food in my face here in a few minutes. Ken and Jordan, you guys need to sing to Jody. I think maybe we can arrange something for that here in a little bit.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't make the
no,
singing good. I would just make it louder.
I will also make it louder and good, quote unquote. Congrats. I'm assuming for what? Making it on to a proper stream, actually getting this properly taken care of. Jody says, thank you, Jordan. I really appreciate that. Well, we really appreciate you. Did you say not work related or network related?
For Todd.
I see what you did there, and that was pretty good. Let's see here. No, she wasn't. She was not having it, dude. And it's really big. So I will try. I'm going to continue to try, but no promises. Captain Charlemagne's here. How's it going? Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Captain.
Let's see here. Donnie says he has files for a 350 Reliant that he may build for Wonderfest.
Nice.
That's super sweet. Definitely, I think I'm going to bring the Reliant next year for sure, but I got to figure out a better shipping situation. I don't want to break another model like coming back. That's 2 for 2 now, so I just don't trust the process. And Todd says I can add the logo. Fantastic news. Excellent. So I guess for a little bit of an update real quick, we will get to building the Razor Crest here in a couple minutes. But so for the Reliant build that Ken and I have been doing, we've been kind of on, like, I would say pause mode, and I've been more on pause mode. Ken's been doing things, but we've been waiting for parts, specifically for the fins for the outsides of the nacelles. And actually, oh, look at that, my camera has frozen.
Oh,
on OBS. So lovely. I'm gonna deactivate it and then activate it. There we go. Am I moving again? All
you're
right.
moving.
So this apparently is going to be an issue. It seems like OBS is taking a bit of a turd. So if I do freeze, let me know. I'll definitely go in and activate and reactivate the camera. But what the parts we're waiting for specifically outside of the fins for the nacelles, which they're in a box, and I'm not going to go get it out. But the little fins on the outside, they have right at the RCS thruster quad at the very end of the fin, there's a little light. And so Will has printed out, I guess that's, well, hold on one second. So the fins, and then this triangle piece that sits right in front of this other printed piece that we have, as you guys can see there, is scooped with the hull. That
Yes.
is not supposed to be the case. It's supposed to be a flat piece that it basically does not scoop with the hull. So that one's going to be replaced. And then both of these pieces right here, like whatever they are, vents or what have you, both of these need to be replaced. And so I can bring Go ahead and open up WhatsApp here. And we'll just go ahead and show
just
on screen.
there we go. Yes, nice looking.
So the man himself, Will, at the ensign's chair, I've been texting with him back and forth. And basically, basically Cass over at Lake Monster Details, his resin printer went out just like mine. And so he basically let Will know that, we got a couple guys waiting on parts. And so, well, there we go. There's some Discord going on. But so these are the parts that have been printed. He was just printing out the clear inset pieces for the ends here. And then they're going to get shipped off. And then Donnie, I believe, as well, has gotten the light boxes printed and sent out. So we should have all of our parts here in the next week or so.
So send your love to Will for doing that for us.
Yes, indeed. So make sure you check out.
Us and he's watching.
Yep. So Will at the ensign's chair. So at the ensign's chair, all one word on YouTube. If you guys aren't already following him, make sure you do. He's a fantastic model builder.
Was he ever?
And is not just a model builder, but like a fantastic graphic designer. He's designing all of these parts by just looking at it, scaling it properly, and just trying to create the most accurate Reliant that we can get. So definitely check out Will at the ensign's chair, and he's doing us a solid by personally printing those for us, which is really awesome. So yeah.
As for Cass, though, I have to say I'm looking forward to getting, because I'm also getting from him some parts that are poured resin that he can still do.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's for the upgrade for the Enterprise to make it into a Nebula class.
Yes. So I saw that he mentioned in the email that he was getting those poured. I'm going to look at ordering that as well. I do want to do that build too. But I kind of need to slow my roll a little bit on some of the builds. So I do have a bit of a mail call. 1 sec. I will be right back.
Hello, Trent. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Trent. Welcome. I got what I can't open right now is the because I need to record the video, but I got the next issue of the Starships collection, and it is the XL Enterprise G. So I'm going to record that this weekend, and it will be coming out next week, which is going to be really, really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, then let me grab my little side camera here, because I actually have something here from Ian.
Ooh,
it's
nice.
It's my models, my Wonderfest models. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and get these open real fast. We got that sent out, which is amazing.
Still need to get those stickers from him.
What stickers?
The ones for my channel.
Oh yeah, I have them.
Okay.
So I will get you a care package put together, along with for a bunch of other people as well. I have that big bag of goodies from all the stickers and everything from Wonderfest, and so I'm putting together with some poker chips and stuff like that. So I'll be putting that together for people. I'll make sure to give you as many of those stickers as we have left, but a lot of people took your sticker. So
well, that's good.
There's that. All right. Did I sufficiently remove tape? I did not. Ian did a fantastic job of packing this. He said he had to kind of create a box so he can get the best deal on shipping, as Ian does. All right. So, first things first, the JJ prize.
Nice. Did Andrew pick up one?
So Andrew picked this one up, and he came to me on Saturday morning, and it was right before everything was about to kick off. And he's like, "Hey, I picked this up, got a really good deal. Either you buy it or I'll take it home." And so I bought it. So got a really good deal on it. Haven't looked inside because it is actually still sealed. I'm going to keep it that way until it's time to unbox it. But
Nice.
yeah, the JJ prize is here, and it's something that I am looking to do here in the coming, like, as soon as like the Reliance thing, and then I'm going to build the runabout, and I'm going to finish the runabout. And then I think as soon as the runabout's built, we're going to go ahead and do a build series for this, because I really want to build this. I've been really wanting to do this one for a long time, and it would be really kind of cool to fit it up next to the 350 Tomy refit when it arrives. And so that's kind of what's on my mind a little bit. And this is a fairly simple kit, not like super crazy for lighting and stuff like that. But I say that, I'll probably make it crazy. So we have the Deep Space Nine.
I look forward to actually seeing what you do with that.
Me too. I did not pay 150 for that. Nor Todd did not. Really good deal on this one as well. This one is the dockyards for next week is going to be the beginnings of this build. So we're not waiting long. Like I wanted it. Like I'm really psyched that Ian actually got these sent off. So like the beginning of this build is coming soon, next week. So I don't know how long it's going to take, but that's going to be a thing. And then finally, one of the ones that I'm really looking forward to, the Voyager.
Nice. Yep. The old monogram kit.
Yeah, it's the monogram kit too. So these are pretty good kits. Soji is currently eating bubble wrap, but she's home and eating bubble wrap. Yeah, so the Voyager is here as well. Donnie has built this, and it was a beautiful kit. We're looking forward to doing this. I anticipate this is probably going to be in next year on the channel thing, sometime next year. So, but yeah, a bit of a mail call. Got all the models from Wonderfest, which is fantastic. I'm excited about that. Actually, really excited because, like I said, getting the DS9, I was hoping to be able to do like a couple of night shifts. Then I wanted to work on the Razor Crest, and then I wanted to work on Deep Space Nine. And then I think after that Deep Space Nine, we're going to get back into finishing the cockpit for the runabout. And then once the runabout cockpit is done, then we're going to go ahead and switch gears into going into the crew section, which is going to take much less time. And then once that's done, literally it's sandwiching the parts together, building the roll bar, and lighting it up. We're basically getting it painted. So it's a fairly simple kit. I definitely took some inspiration for a couple of the builds on at Wonderfest. So there was a couple of them there, and neither one of them had the interiors. So I think that maybe possibly the runabout will make its way to Wonderfest as well. But once again, I have to kind of be careful with, like, I think I'm going to have to explore shipping and like really taking the time to pack the model and like consider all of the like different variables. I can't be rushing in last minute like I have the last couple years. So
start saving all the packing foam you get now for the next till next year.
Pretty much, yeah. I think. So Todd, it's somewhere around here, and I'll try to find it here in a little bit. It's around somewhere. The Whiz Kid. I have the Whiz Kids Enterprise D around here somewhere. I don't know. I did some cleaning and organizing, and I don't know what I did with it. So give me a couple minutes. I might be able to find it. And then the other thing that Todd hooked me up with was the micro machines for the this actually properly scaled for this DS9. So yeah, these are pretty cool.
Nice. I remember when those came out.
Yeah, same. Like, it's kind of crazy. I think I had these back in the day. Yeah, no,
Well, I can start going through some of our comments here.
Yeah, please. Absolutely.
So, Captain Charlemagne was saying, waiting for parts is never fun, especially since I am not always the most patient person if you really want to be building something. I got to wait for the hangar base set for my Aladdin class starship.
Oof.
And that's based off of the Miranda class Saratoga. And he says, with some helpful part donations from a 1537 Connie refit.
Oh, nice.
Donnie says, at this point, you should just throw out the whole hull and get a new designed one. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Let's see here. Those vents are... I relocated the sides to the back corners. That was Jody on talking about the vents we are waiting for from Will.
Oh, okay.
He also says he's really nice. And then I said hi to Trent earlier. Let's see here. Keith is asking, is it 2026 already?
Right.
Let's see here.
Wow.
He says, I would have gotten one of those, but I didn't notice them. The JJ prize, I think it was when that came up. He says, but he has big plans for the Enterprise C.
There was only 2 of them. There was only 2 of them at Wonderfest this year. So, at least that I know of, that I saw.
Right.
So,
let's see here. Captain Charlemagne says, wonder what the JJ Praise variant of the Franz Joseph Federation class would look like. Donnie can't wait to see how you do the deflector on that JJ Prize.
Me too.
So,
are you talking about the deflector? I think it's actually talking about Voyager's deflector.
Okay, maybe that's what he was talking about then.
Yeah, because the Voyager deflector doesn't, it's not clear. So what Donnie had to do was sand it down to, it was like basically paper thin, and like then light it super strong behind. I wonder if there's STLs out there for it. We might have to look that up. So
true. Jody's mentioning you should watch Steak Man's Voyager build for some reference. His came out fantastic.
Yep. Actually just subbed to his channel. I was surprised that I hadn't already done that. So I just subbed. I saw that his finale just came out for that. So definitely going to be doing that. I try to, however, when I go into builds, I try to stay away from watching too much content around it because I don't want to feel like I'm stealing people's ideas. But then the Reliant is like literally just stealing Will's idea. So I say that. Well, yeah. No, I definitely should, because like once again, I'm still learning, I'm still putting skills to the test these days. So yeah, actually what Andrew just says down there at the very bottom, take a mold of the part and recast it in clear. I think that's a fantastic idea.
Howard's here.
Hey, Howard. Welcome. Says,
and then,
he was a bad man last night. What did you do?
I don't
know. What did you do, Howard?
Do you order wood kits for people? Because the wood stream was on last night.
That's right. Watched it for a minute last night.
And then Todd was talking about the Whiz Kids kits.
Yeah, like I'm really wish I knew where to put it right now.
After saying don't wish 2026, don't wish my Wonderfest time away. Okay. Howard says look out for incoming June 27th. So watch for a shipment then.
Okay.
Donnie says that was in reference to the Reliant. You guys are replacing most of it anyway. Yeah, true enough. Oh, Howard.
Howard.
Look at
Howard, thank you. Holy crap.
that. Amazing man.
Oh my God. Okay. So, dude, you just derail me. Just
And
like
also,
that.
Jody says we don't steal from each other. We inspire each other.
Good point. Good point. Wow.
That's awful nice.
Let's see here. I see Howard says I'm putting Jordan out of his comfort zone. Oh.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's why I'm assuming a wood kit, maybe. Would a wood kit be out of your comfort zone? That's a
Big
guess.
time, especially like a wood ship. That would be way out of my comfort zone.
It's a wood Enterprise D kit. Includes a big block of wood and a knife to whittle it. That's all it is.
Oh my God. Well, finally, what is here is the game of bricks lighting kit for this. And inside is just a bunch of little LED sets. So what we're going to need to do is take a look at the instructions here. And I'm assuming the user manual is probably going to be go to this website to follow the instructions.
Hey, Ricardo,
Okay.
welcome to the stream.
Ricardo, welcome, welcome. Howard, thank you so much. Yep. So here are the instructions. So you guys want to scan and follow along. I'll hold that up to the screen for a moment. There we go. And what I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to use my phone for that, however. Let's go ahead and open a website. So I'm going to go to instructions. Dot game of bricks dot eu. Oh, it helps if you spell everything correctly.
That usually is a good thing.
Usually, yeah. Okay. So set number 75331.
Howard says it's not a ship. Sorry. Well, maybe I could be, or it could be, I guess, if it blew up like Starship S-36 did last night.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, what's my Lego set number?
Howard said I went semi-Todd crazy like he did with the book nooks. Sorry, Canada.
Oh no.
Amazon doesn't like me though, I guess. Not a problem, Howard. Game of Bricks doesn't have a QR code. And Todd says should build and light the engines first.
Build and light the engines first.
Yep, that's what he says.
Just for fun? Oh.
Well, could be advice. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. There we go. Wow. Holy crap. Vehicles. Franchise light kits. Star Wars. Oh wow. Wow. I didn't know that there was these model kits out there. This is dangerous for me to look at. Wow. Oh my God. There it is. So where instructions? Where are the instructions? Okay. Sorry, guys. Just trying to find the instructions here. It's weird that it's not like immediately. Todd, where do I find the instructions? What kits am I looking at? The Onyx Cinder, specifically. And then a couple of the helmets with the lighting, which is really cool. So where is the instructions? So it does have a QR code. Looks like I'm gonna have to do this with my phone. So let's go ahead and scan the QR code. It's taking me to the same page. Okay. This is fun.
Not working?
I'm not seeing where to get the instructions at. Where are... Yeah, just literally when you scan the QR code, it literally just takes you to the same page that I'm on right now.
Just kind of like a sales site, or?
Yeah, it's a sales site. So
Howard's saying, doesn't it have a QR code on a sheet in the box?
yeah, I checked it and it didn't.
Okay, because he says that's how they do instructions for any of the other lake kits you got.
Yeah, it just took me straight to. I think I found where to find it. It just took me straight to their website, to the spot where you plug in the code for. You put in the what do you call it? The Lego kit number, and it says it doesn't have it available, which is weird. But I found where all the instructions are located. I'm just scrolling through right now to find them. I apologize for the delay.
I kind of agree with you, Captain Charlemagne. And he says that's why I like having the instructions in the box and not having to hunt them down on the internet, which can be a pain.
Agreed.
I do understand that, but also it also make the, especially for lighting, I would assume it would make the box and packaging much larger.
Wow,
oh, Dash says, or Howard says, check on your Discord.
Opening Discord.
And he gave it a small donation to make sure we saw that.
Thanks, Howard. Nice. Thank you. You found it.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Good job. Right on, Howard.
Okay. Wow. I see. So Todd said build the engines.
That's
and
what he
light them
suggested.
for fun.
Yeah. Although it'd be a nice big showy part.
So I would need to oh my god. Wow.
There's a lot of instructions.
Uh-huh.
Howard says,
I'm
looks
looking-
like bag 4.
Yeah, it is bag 4, yeah. So that's this. But then I'm just looking at the actual build of the engines, although you can probably build that without building anything else. I see. Sorry, just getting a handle on all the instructions right now. Okay. So if I were to do that, step 4, bag 4. So we need to start by building the engines, which I'm going to have to identify.
In the Lego instructions.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's going to be in box number 2 for sure. Okay.
Well, it's nice that you get a remote with that.
Yeah, actually. That's something that I'm thinking about for next models in the future. Like,
Yeah.
how can I incorporate remotes?
It'd be even better if you could do it and incorporate it with an app.
Yep, exactly.
And you can just, go to your app, order, pick what model you want, and play with it that way.
Exactly. Okay. So let's get this opened, and I'm going to grab the instructions. I haven't even actually cracked open the second box yet. It was so overwhelming opening all the other ones. Oh my god. This thing is packed. Good lord.
Well, it was the first one. The first box was packed as well.
God. Golly. Andrew's here.
We have someone else here now.
So if you want to be able to remotely control everything, the inner light system is great for that. Just saying.
Just saying, I was actually thinking about that.
It doesn't have to be the fancy dancy one. They've got the less expensive ones too. That'll just do like 30 LEDs or something like that if you're doing a small project.
Okay.
Figured I'd come on and chat a little bit because I'm just going to be sitting at my desk doing some work while you're streaming. So
Nice.
One more person chat off.
Right on.
Good to me.
I mean, I can go if you tell me to go.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you read your children's bedtime stories tonight?
No, we've only got one child here tonight, so it's a little easier.
So Todd's like, build the engines. It's only all of pack 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33.
Oh, is that all?
Todd, that's all.
That's all.
Like it's just
Piece of-
most of the second box with 34, 35, and 36 finishing the build. Good Lord.
Build the engines, they said. It'll be easy, they said.
It gives you the list of all the parts at the very end. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Wow. I'm doing.
You can do it.
Yeah. All right.
You might
All
be
right.
streaming until tomorrow morning, but you can do it.
Yeah, I can do it. All right. So what I'm gonna have to do though is I think I'm gonna need to move. We're not gonna be touching any of this right now. I need to create some space for myself. Book number 3 is really small in comparison to book number 4.
Wow.
See there?
Yep.
Okay. So let me slide this out of the way. Move that box out of the way.
You know, my my neurodivergent daughter is really enjoying building Lego sets.
Nice.
That's cool. Too bad they don't have any Star Trek Lego sets.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's a shame. Although they got the Enterprise D coming out later this year.
In real Lego?
Yeah. Fairly large too.
Wow.
Now, when you say fairly large,
like 10,000 pieces, something like that. Like this is 6,000. So, and it's large. So I would say that maybe 1,000 scale, possibly.
Wow.
okay, so medium.
Yeah, well,
But large for Lego.
large for Lego. Yeah, not Andrew large here.
Like Lego Star Destroyer large, or
Right.
because there's the pretty large Star Destroyer. I mean, not Star. Sorry,
Death Star?
Death Star. That's
Death
what I
Star.
was thinking.
Yeah.
The one they built on Big Bang.
Yeah, that one's 10,000 pieces as well. Oh my God.
Jody was saying, yeah, the runabout at the Inner Lights booth was pretty nice looking.
Yeah. This part's just randomly sitting in the box. That's interesting.
I've already got some ideas for the booth next year, pending Andy's approval.
Nice.
His booth, I don't want to do anything or like talk about anything until he's giving me the air nay, but
I think Howard's talking about maybe the, I don't know what Katie, I don't know if he's talking about Enterprise D or what. He says 3,000 pieces, not 10,000.
Oh, must be the Enterprise D then. So 3,000. So probably a lot smaller than probably 1,400 scale.
I've got 1,400 scale at home.
What's funny is I actually don't even have one of those kits right now.
You should get one
I know.
while it's available,
I know.
or
Yeah.
then you're gonna want it, and then you'll have to pay ridiculous amounts on the secondary market.
Yep.
No kidding.
Probably need to pick up a couple of them because I do want to do the Nebula class as well. I want to do the Farragut.
I've got the I've actually got Dawn's casting of the Nebula class here in the shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So actually, the Dawn's Light and Magic one that he cast,
Okay.
which is kind of special. Special to have.
I'll be getting sort of the same thing from that I've got ordered from Lake Monster Detail.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Cass at Wonderfest, and he was talking about the state of those masters, or the fact that there weren't really any masters left.
Yeah.
That he's kind of had to reconstruct it.
Yeah, unfortunately. I was watching that interview he did on Will's channel.
Yeah, I should have watched that before I went. I didn't see it.
Yeah, Captain Charlemagne is saying that's a lot of Lego.
Yeah. Just making sure I know which packs I'm going up through. Okay?
So Howard says, new rumor, Lego USS Enterprise, according to Matt Bout, Lego Star Trek 2025 set will be the Galaxy USS Enterprise. D minifigures will include the TNG crew, Picard, Riker, Worf, etc.
Cool.
And then he says 3,600 pieces, but that's including the figures.
Okay.
And Jody says he's seen some non-Lego Enterprise sets. I think they're called Blue Bricks.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's start with 26.
You know, I would probably really enjoy Lego, but I don't want to get into it because then I won't get done the stuff I need to get done.
Yes.
Yep. I did some recording yesterday, and it was nice. I haven't been like I don't know, the post Wonderfest blues or whatever. Like, well, work. That's the word, work. Yeah, really just kind of
when you
on.
When you realize you can't just stay home
here.
and build models all day.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
much as you don't want to.
Yep, exactly.
So Dawn's
Dawn?
here now.
Hey, Dawn. Welcome, welcome.
Bonjour, Dawn.
26 and 26. All right, I am going to go grab something to drink, some water real fast. I'll be right back. So I'll be listening, but you're going to hear the rattle of ice going into the cup. I really should have eaten something. Yeah, really should have eaten something.
Do you have to order something, or do you just have something there?
Right now, I would like if I wasn't in such a rush getting home, I probably would have grabbed something, but did not. So likely, you have to find something here. And I'm broke until tomorrow, so it's definitely going to be finding something here. Let's see here.
Those are the times where I wish I had those sent to you fully prepared meal services.
Oh God, seriously. I'm contemplating it again. Like they're not like they can be pretty nice, but sometimes the quality can be kind of suspect. So
Well, if you get an order and you have it in and it's in the fridge, then food is not a factor for you.
you should really sell things, Andrew.
It says secondary calling.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Captain Charlemagne says, as 650 Excelsior keeps tempting me, but I already got too many projects and not enough time to be spending on all of them.
Yeah, I've got to get the 350 done for Wonderfest, and I think another project probably for Wonderfest too, if things work out the way I want them to.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
But we shall see. Oh.
All right.
Who earns? I just realized I should have done something before I did something.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
I just started installing chiller grills onto the bottom shelf for the second Enterprise D, And I'm just realizing I should have drilled the holes for the nav light in the bottom before I put the chillers on. Oh well.
Ooh,
It'll just be a little bit more awkward to stabilize.
do it. Yeah. How's the second one going together?
But I think they fixed the chiller grill issue I had. They're just that little bit longer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they must have realized it was a problem and adjusted on the second batch.
Huh.
Okay, Keith's going to bed, so good night, Keith.
Good night, Keith.
Lullaby and good night.
Hey, Andrew's here. You can help us sing happy birthday to Jody later.
That's right. It
Howard
has been a month. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Howard was saying, if you remember that small falcon Todd built while on vacation on that one stream, I think that was when he's in Hawaii, I think. He said someone took that kit and built it into the Battlestar Galactica, the Stargate Daedalus, Enterprise D, and Firefly.
Oh, cool.
And also remember that like button.
Like,
but don't
smash.
just remember it. Hit it.
Do things to it. Inappropriately. Or appropriately. Whatever. Okay. So I am skipping way ahead to step number 1264. I think I was on, just for reference, excuse me. Did I even save my page?
Jay says, only an hour in, and now where the modeling begins.
I didn't even say where I was at. I was somewhere in. I was on step 831. Is where I was at. So I'm skipping ahead, basically 400 steps right now. But yes, that's how we do. It's usually, longer than that, or less time than that. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, work's been a really great 4-letter word lately.
It's been work.
Yeah. Brutal, if I'm being real.
Don't you just hate when work is work?
Yeah, I really, really do.
And Jody said, if you guys sing, I'm going to record the clip, just so you know.
All right. That's that. Now, the search for parts.
Howard says, in reference to the button, I guess, he said, I touched it inappropriately. Don't tell anyone. It was like massaging a glazed donut.
Oh.
Why would you massage a glazed donut? I was a cop and I didn't even do that.
The question is why shouldn't you massage a glazed donut?
Quick, everybody get yourself a glazed donut and give it a shot.
All right. Okay. Whoa.
Jody says, the part up to the starting to build here, he says, the lead up part is of it, Chase. It's like the previews at the movies.
Yeah.
And Ian's here. Ian says, hello,
Ian?
My name is Ian, and I haven't built Lego in 12 years.
How's it going, bud? Package showed up today. I'll get you that cash tomorrow, my friend. Thank you so much for getting that over.
That means you have a disco prize in your. I just stuck my hand in half-dried epoxy.
Oh no.
I'm sure I'll do that at some point. We're working on the Excelsior.
Mm-hmm.
Because goodness knows I do it a lot with super glue on my when I'm working with that.
Heard that, brother. There's that. A little piece. And this. Interesting. Oh. I'm going to turn this over. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Shosha. Like that.
So in reference to your work, Howard, I believe, is saying what you had to deal with whiny young punks that can't stop looking at their phones and work for 8 hours a day.
That. I had someone quit via text message yesterday.
Oh, nice.
That was cool.
Let's hope they ask for a reference.
Yeah, they won't. But yeah, that was I don't think I've ever had anybody quit via text message, which sounds maybe a little unbelievable, but it's true. But yeah, no, they quit via text message, and then basically what happened is, I kind of alluded to it last week, but just basically no one could get along while I was gone.
Right.
And
you came back and said, "Why can't we all just get along?"
Pretty much. I mean, it's super frustrating. Like, I can't be there all the time, right? Like, I can't, and I don't want to.
You've got important modeling to do.
Well, I do, and like laundry. As lovely as that is, like I'd really like to be able to do laundry, except for first thing in the morning, desperately trying to get it finished before work. Like, and modeling, like that. There is that. Like I've been feeling like really kind of. I haven't released, but like maybe 2 videos since getting back from Wonderfest, even though I have like a bunch of stuff in queue. Like I'm ready to release it, but I'm not ready to release it. I need to edit it. And so, but I'm not wanting to edit. So, but yeah, I've just been kind of lazy with it. And, so I'm kind of feeling a little guilty about that. And just, I don't know, like work has just been really challenging just from the perspective of it's like things that I don't really want to be dealing with right now. Things that are anything but the actual job is what's going on. And we took on another location. And yeah, we took on another location. I really didn't want my boss to do it, but he did. Nope, I didn't read that right. Shit. Why would you do it like that?
Well, Ian is saying glad that the models made it safely. He packed them as well as he could.
You did great. Did fantastic, dude. That's interesting. Why you would do it like that, but okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we took on another location, and not a great idea. Really, just kind of they don't have the ability to make their own dough yet, and so I'm having to double produce dough every single day.
Oh,
and
So
yeah, yep, right. And each, like when I make dough, it's they're 190-pound batches, and I have to basically produce. I produced 3 of those today, and it just takes like 2.5 hours to do it, and I already don't have enough time for excuse me, for like my regular job. So
Oof.
yeah, just kind of, it's been a little brutal, excuse me, since getting back. It always happens this way though. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Every time I come back from vacation, I always seem to get punished.
Well, Donnie says Nissan is hiring. You could move to Tennessee, Jordan.
Yeah, don't tempt me.
I mean, you still have your Canadian citizenship. You should just come back up here.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, I got a couple spare rooms if you want to come move over this way.
Hmm?
You know,
Oh,
come back up to Canada, and if you need a quick job to get settled in, like go to some place like Long McQuaid or something like that, and sell drums and guitars and cool stuff. Play with the guitars all day.
And there you go.
That'd be fun.
Get
I haven't
as
actually picked up.
as you can.
I haven't actually picked up my guitar in a long, long time. Oh, wait, hold on.
Got a lot of different colored Lego that goes in there.
So, I actually haven't built any of that. Oh,
So you're gonna have to
what
go
have
back
I
further.
done? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back
What
further.
have you done?
Todd.
What you always do. What you had to do.
And so Howard was saying that it sounds like the massaging the glazed donut is apparently from Gabriel Iglesias
Ah,
and the donuts.
Andrew, to finish your quote, you turn death into a fighting chance to live.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the rest of it there.
Yep, yeah. What movie, everybody?
I don't know. Let me search it up.
Oh no. What have I done? This is about to get interesting. I need to go back and look where this gets built.
Chase is saying, pack up your banjo and move to Tennessee.
Oh. Yeah, I need to go back much, much further. Todd. Yeah, for fun. Just all right, so 22 is where we start.
You know, Dawn's got a point. It's Canadian night on stream. Yes, everybody you can hear on the stream tonight is born in Canada. I don't know what that's all about.
Everyone on this stream either has or is eligible for Canadian passport.
That's correct.
Yes.
Which I'm expecting to arrive any day now. Canadian consulate's really slow, if you guys would believe it.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I don't know why, but it just doesn't.
Oh my god.
It's got to do with the Canadian government. That's why.
That's probably it. I did work for him for 30 years.
Wow, these engine pods are insane. Okay, so yes, I'm going to need to go back. Oh, God. Oh, God. What am I
Dawn
gonna
says,
do?
plus I respect all of you. Donnie says, all Canadians, eh?
Hey, hosiery.
Although I heard a quote the other day, someone, there's like a meme or whatever. It was like, living in Canada is like living in the apartment above a meth lab.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, we don't take responsibility for that.
You got the meme where you've got the mother moose and the calves laying in the kid pool, and across the street the car or something is burning, and it's
Yeah, I posted that one on Discord. I don't know, maybe a month ago. And the house across the street, though, has an American flag.
Of course. God, I can't believe it. I listened to Todd. Now, I'm going to have to store other parts of this. Is Todd even here? Todd, are you here? I'm going to find bag 22. What the hell, man? We're bringing out all the parts again. Being that I separated all of it out to where the higher... Oh, yeah, bag 22 right there. Very nice. There's probably more than one bag 22 here. Yes, there are... Oh, my God. It's 2 full-size bag 22s. It's 23. 21, 20, 20, 36. Wow. Okay. Okay. Now that there are parts everywhere, it's been sort Legos hour with Jordan. Oh, water. What's funny is I'm gonna do all this building, probably build the engine pods, and then only put one tiny little section of lights if I have time. Oh, Todd. Todd. All right. Let's open the 2 full-size bags of parts for stage 22, which seems to occupy about 40 pages of this. So,
lots of content then.
Indeed. I can imagine, though, being like a Lego content creator. I wonder how you would approach the build of that. Just time lapse it.
Oh, I would assume you'd have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could live stream your build and then put out a video that's time lapsed.
That's a good point. Yeah. My God. I'll just take my picture off the screen real quick. That's already one bag of parts right there.
Yeah, you really have to think through your content creation approach.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Holy crap. I see your comment, Howard. Look, man, I can't help what happens when I put my head down on the pillow. It just turns into it's over. Over.
Lights out?
Lights out. That's correct.
Oh, that would be nice.
Although last night we had a weird power outage yesterday in the middle of the afternoon, and so 2 of my smart bulbs, the Wi-Fi connected bulbs, got disconnected from the network, and so when I turned off all the lights last night, two of the light bulbs stayed on, and I can't reach one of the switches for one of them, so I had to sleep with the lights on last night.
Oh,
And I'm thinking about it now, going, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that."
need a little step
Only you
stool
can
or
say
something.
computer, lights off.
Right. And that's usually how it goes, but like I have to go into the app and have to reconnect it to the stupid app, and then have it program into Alexa and all that crap. So it's just gonna be a thing.
One of
It
these
is.
smart home companies really needs to license Magel's voice.
They really do. Yes. I was watching what is it, Trek Culture this morning. And I don't know if you guys watch that channel, but he does like a lot of like retro reviews and stuff like that.
Which one, Sean?
Sean, yeah. And he was doing he was finishing the retro reviews for all the next gen movies, and so he did Nemesis yesterday. And you know, the usual thumbs up and thumbs down, but he brought something up, and it was really kind of interesting that they didn't use, like, they used her voice for the computer in Nemesis, but they didn't bring like Luxana Troy into the wedding at the beginning of the show. So they paid for her to be there, but they didn't like bring Majel Barrett. Like they didn't bring her. Like it was like, oh yeah, I didn't really think about that. They brought Whoopi Goldberg back for it. They brought Will Wheaton back. Like it wouldn't have been hard to like get her in there. So, and it was still like, well, long before she passed away. So like, I'm kind of curious as to why.
Although unless she wasn't up to it, because it's a lot easier doing voice acting than it is to be on set.
Very true. Good point. That is a very
that's
good
kind of
point.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
Very good point. But it's going to sound weird, but I kind of want to watch Nemesis again. Because not the greatest movie, but it's not the worst either.
Sorry, which movie?
Star Trek Nemesis.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot how good the scenes were with Tom Hardy and Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Could definitely chew up scenes.
I think they made a mistake not giving him hair.
I agree, because we know that Johnny Picard had hair when the Noskins got him, so I think that they should have done that. Agreed.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Yep. But I mean, I think that. Go ahead.
I was going to say they went to the effort of giving him a prosthetic nose, so his nose looked more like Patrick's nose, but then they went and made him bald. Like,
well, and that was the thing, is like they, with that, what was it? Like Stuart Baird, the guy who directed the movie, like basically what Sean said was that what he suffered from was kind of a lack of like research. You don't have to necessarily be.
He suffered from a lack of Star Trek knowledge.
That's right. That's exactly it. And didn't do his research beforehand, you know, and if he had, he probably would have done a better movie, because the points that he missed, the things that didn't really land well, were the parts that specifically like dealt with the interpersonal character stuff. Like the whole like Worf, like why Worf, like Worf, like they artificially lowered his voice and they did things to Worf that didn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that?
They should have had Frakes direct again.
Agreed. Yep. Actually, I kind of need to go back and watch the next gen movies again. It's been a while. Just saw Wrath of Khan recently. And it was
you
just
as well?
As good as I remember. Huh?
You as well?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
All right. Have fun. See you in a little bit. Be safe. Kat's best friend, her daughter just graduated high school.
Oh, right on.
She's heading off to a graduation party that she's not looking forward to going to. She's like, there's going to be kids there. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of how graduation parties work.
Oh, remember those days when we used to be kids?
Yes. I was never that young.
No, you were younger.
I love it. Love it. Oh, this is kind of a cool little piece. You're going to insert it. Am I right? There we go.
When I go to build the Enterprise B, how many won't arrive till Tuesday jokes do you think I'll be able to get in?
Oh, you need to get at least one in every single video. At least one. Whoa. Okay, so now this piece. Oh, how interesting.
Whew. I only had the solder station on for like 3 seconds, but it already made the tip really hot.
Oh no.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you find out?
I found out.
Oh no.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, it wasn't that hot. I mean, it was only on for like 3 seconds, if that, but
Enough.
that was hot for 3 seconds.
Yeah, they heat up pretty quick.
I turned it on before remembering I needed to switch to a fine point tip. But now I need to find my fine point tip.
Okay.
I'll just open a new one. It's faster than looking for the one that was currently in use.
Captain Charlemagne said, how did the Enterprise B get stuck with that Tuesday meme? Always wondered that. Have to learn how that got started.
Just watch the first 15 minutes of Generations.
Yep.
They're in the emergency situation, and they don't have any equipment they don't have all the equipment that they normally would because none of it arrives until Tuesday.
And of course, they suffered from the trope of they're the only Federation starship within range. Like, come on, man. Get more ships.
How small is the fleet?
Right. It's the same thing in like Nemesis, for instance. Like when Janeway assigns Picard to it, like to go meet with Shinzon. Like they're the only ship near the Federation border. Oh, okay. Sure.
In those times, you got to think how few ships the Federation actually has.
Right.
Until they do like a massive battle scene in Picard.
That's right.
With like 1,000 of the exact same copy and pasted ship.
Oh my god.
Something like the scene like a Wolf 359.
Oh yeah. Gave us such amazing ships as the Freedom class.
Howard saying about 3 months ago, Jody is saying, not Howard. Jody is saying about 3 months ago, I watched every original Trek movie in order over 4 days. I hadn't seen any of them since Undiscovered Country.
Oh, wow.
To whose bore no traveler returns puzzles the will. I had that whole thing memorized in high school.
Wow. Was 5 just as bad as you remember, Jody? What does God need with a
Starship 4.
Although they did, what was it, Lawrence Luckenbill, who played Cybok? Like, nailed that casting. Like, fantastic. He did such an amazing job playing such a crappy role.
Yes.
They got some really good bad guys for all the Star Trek movies. I feel like they did a really good job of casting bad guys. Until you got to Eric Bana.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about all the bad guys.
Was that the Romulan in 2009?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nero.
Yeah, they had Lloyd, Christopher Lloyd.
Yep.
They had
Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, Ricardo. Yeah, and then who else did they have for bad guys? Malcolm McDowell.
Yep. Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer, yes. Can't forget Christopher Plummer.
V'ger.
V'ger.
Best. Hands down.
It's so dumb. Oh, maybe like the villain was the guy who got to play Commander Decker, only because of what he did later on in life. Oh,
yeah.
Oh God, Jordan, way to ruin that one.
I mean, there was what? The probe in Star Trek 4?
You know, yeah. Although one could say that the director of
were the real
villains. Yes, of course, but the director of the Cetacean Institute, who didn't tell Dr. Taylor that they were leaving, right? He was the real bad guy in Star Trek 4.
Well, apparently they cover that in a novels.
Do they really?
With her disappearance, and he's questioned, and
really,
yeah.
Okay, I kind of need to see the novel or read the novelization. Read the novelization of that. That sounds kind of fascinating. It's just like Captain Harriman from Generations. He basically used nepotism to secure his role as captain of the ship. That's why he's so willing to give Kirk the seat, which is interesting. Oh, interesting. This is cool. These engines are fun. Todd is correct on that front.
Like I said, I'm really liking how Lego uses all those different color pieces in there.
Same, actually.
I mean, especially if it's something you're not really going to see much of, they could just do it all like gray.
Right. But they're not. They're using all sorts of colored pieces, and I get the sense that it's like, what bin of parts can we empty from, right? Like, we have too many of this color. Let's go ahead and just use that for right now.
But you know what it does, though, is it makes it so that each individual part stands out in the instructions, so it actually aids with your construction.
Oh, look at this. Huh. Wow.
Can you imagine trying to keep track of all the separate parts they have to put in there if they were all gray?
Nope. No. At all. No. Oh. So one of these is going to sit. I see. There we go.
Let's see here.
Wow, well, I'm just looking at that chat and we completely ignored it.
Yeah, I was just looking at it too. Let's see here. Yeah, pitch meeting. And why is the Enterprise the only ship in the area? Don't they have a whole fleet?
Correct. They're not named Enterprise.
Yes. Captain Charlie Main said the only ship near was a newly commissioned ship on a shakedown cruise. Is the only ship. That never made sense. The space battle of Cardassia and DS9 had a lot of starships.
Well,
it did, yeah.
It also does not make sense when they clearly say they're in the Earth solar system. Because I could see if it was like a shipyard in some random area, but they were clearly.
And they had the press there. They all look like they just got on the ship.
Harriman says it's just going to be a quick tour around Pluto, and
that's right.
Which since then isn't a planet.
Right. Pour one out, Pluto.
Jody says, I liked 5. It was campy. Cybok was great.
So the one thing I liked about 5
the turbo
was
scene.
What's that?
The turbolift scene, right?
The one with Kirk
and Deck 72.
Yeah, no.
The jet boots.
The jet boots, no. They
the beans
attempted to make a light-hearted movie, and I feel like they did. And I just like the stuff with Kirk, Spock, and McCoy at Yosemite, both at the beginning and the end of the movie. Fantastic. I feel like their characters really just kind of hammed it out there, and had a good time, and you can really kind of tell. So the trying to sing row your boat, and the fact that DeForest Kelley himself could not sing. He had zero sense of beat, couldn't do anything, and so when he's desperately trying to get in, it's real, and it just it feels good. It's a good laugh, and I really do enjoy for that.
Well,
I think that
if their goal was to make a movie that didn't take themselves too seriously, then they succeeded.
Exactly. And I felt like the Klingons were just kind of tossed in for fun, but they kind of benefited from having the Next Generation on for a year or two at that point to kind of develop some Klingon lore, and so the Klingons looked a little bit better.
Well, they were some of the better Klingons.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and they acted like Klingons. Well,
they acted like Klingons. What? Who are they working for? Who do you work for? Yeah.
I was thinking of other campy bits Scotty saying, "I know the ship like the back of my hand," then turns and
knocks himself
out. Yep.
They really use Scotty for comedic effect. That's for sure.
Now, with the Klingons, I always just assumed that it was a young commander trying to make a name for himself.
Same.
Yeah.
Which would track.
I apologize.
When the Spock, it was a pretty cool moment when the Spock turns around from the gunner seat. That was a pretty good moment. It was a lot of fun.
Let's see here. Donnie had said, I watched all the Trek movies multiple times except the JJ ones. I only watched them once.
Yeah.
I look at them a little more kindly now, given some time.
Same.
Okay.
Into Darkness is the only one that I kind of have a problem with. I just have a problem with the Badmiral thing, right? Like the Admiral who's a baddie.
Yeah.
You didn't need to kill Pike that way. I thought that was it Bruce Greenberg or whatever? Is that who played him? Or no, what was his name? Guy who played Pike in those movies.
Yeah, I know Greenwood or something, or
Bruce Greenwood. There you go. It just kind of wasted the character. Just Into Darkness was bad. Beyond
and the transporters going that far.
Oh yeah, the transwarp transporters.
Oh, that was 2009.
It was, yeah, and I think they use it though. They use it in Into Darkness as well.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, when Khan is transporting, he transports from Earth to Kronos.
Oh,
like somehow, and so yeah, I don't like that very much. But Star Trek Beyond was actually pretty good. I felt that I don't know, there was something about the way that they kind of got back to some of the Star Trek roots a little bit.
I didn't like the space dock though.
I did not like the space dock either.
Oh, you mean the
Yorktown station? Yeah. I thought that was a little weird, but it was more like a special effects thing, I think, for that. But overall, it was pretty good. Idris Elba was pretty good, although it was very tropey. Very, very tropey.
Let's see what else we missed. Howard had said there had been fewer ships because of Wolf 359. They had to rebuild them. So by the time Picard happened, they probably finally had built enough ships to replace the ones they lost to the Borg.
I think we're talking specifically about the Inquiry class in season 1 of Picard, and it was literally just them running out of money and copying and pasting. But yes, no, you're right.
Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Jody says, "But I need my pain." The best line ever.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I always thought that it was... I don't understand how they were able to take over the ship so easily.
Yeah. Was it the power of suggestion? What was it? Why?
Yeah. Let's see here. Ian had said the Bird of Prey was Christopher Lloyd's second or third time machine.
Yep.
Let's see. Yes, Jody said, he did go back in time once. And then Ian was talking about the second, or the Back to the Future 3 was after Star Trek 4. And then, Star Trek 3 was 1986.
Yep. And then they filmed Back to the Future 2 and 3 at the same time.
Yes. Remember that was big talk back then.
Yeah, it was the first time they had done that for at least a big production.
Certainly more efficient to do it that way.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that way your characters don't get any older or anything like that, and
yep,
you already got your crew there, doing everything.
Yep. Well, think about Lord of the Rings. What Peter Jackson was able to kind of pull off by filming all 3 of those movies all at once. He was able to save so much money, even though at the time when he told them it's going to cost you $360 million to do this all at once, it'll be worth it, and he was 100% correct.
Yeah. Captain Charlemagne had said, when it comes to Star Trek novels, Dreadnought is good, although the Star Trek Empire definitely unique in its appearance. Heard there was a sequel book to it, just do not know the title of it.
I always looked forward to the Peter David books.
Did you hear that he just passed?
No.
Yeah, he just passed.
Because he wrote Imzadi and Q Squared.
Imzadi 2, and the Q Squared was a fantastic book.
Whatever that book was called, Q, whatever. Was it Q Squared or something?
It was Q Squared, yep.
Yeah.
No. Is it Q Squared? Yes, the one with Trelane, right?
Yeah.
Trelane.
Trelane. Yeah.
No, there's a name from the past.
And then
Yep.
there was the one, the heart, like the heart one. He wrote. Devil's Heart.
Devil's Heart. Yep, fantastic book. Actually, I'm looking at that one right now. He also wrote. What was it? Did he do? Oh God, he did all the New Frontier books
Oh yeah.
with Captain Calhoun.
And that's where Shelby was on the crew, right?
That's correct. She was the first officer. And Dr. Solar was there as well.
Dr. Solar, report to Nalji Ward Stat. Dr. Solar, report to Nalji Ward Stat.
That's right.
So, question, was Trelane supposed to be like a young Q?
Yes.
That's the theory.
Okay.
Yep. And I think
supported by dialogue in Lower Decks.
And I think Trelane is in season 3 of Lower Decks.
All right, then.
Coming up. So this next season, starting next month.
And then Jody says, I guess going back to the Turbo.
You mean
Lift scenes?
you mean season 3 of Strange New Worlds?
Yes.
Because Lower Decks is done.
Yeah, sorry, I meant Strange New World. Sorry. Apologies.
Jody saying the Turbolift scene still not as bad as the Discovery Turbolift scene.
Oh God, the Discovery Turbolift scene, like
the bigger
how
on the
big
inside scene.
Yeah, God, how big is that? Yeah, I forgot about that and Beyond. I totally forgot about that.
Howard was mentioning how I guess William. Or he said Bill got the God plot made when Gene couldn't.
Yep, that was the God thing.
Yep.
Yeah, Gene was trying to make that for years and years and years. Couldn't do it, and Gene got pissed and actually kind of caused a rift in their friendship before he died, unfortunately.
Gene Roddenberry would have loved Stargate.
He would have absolutely loved Stargate. I agree.
Well, and Stargate did it in a smart way where they made ancient mythology into aliens.
That's right. Which, if you're going to do sci-fi, do it like that, because they were able to pull from so many different, like if you wanted to, like we're going to do the Asgard, right? So we're going to touch on, we're going to touch on Nordic culture, and then we're going to go ahead and, Nirti, right? So the gold Nirti was going into Indian culture, and then they had like Native American culture, and it was such a smart way of doing things. I felt like Stargate is up there. Like I think my Facebook quote for the longest time was this: if it said star and then something sci-fi afterwards, I was totally into it. And so Stargate, like I own the complete series. I've been kind of plugging in the DVDs every now and then and just kind of watching again, because my buddy Matt's been watching and he's discovering Stargate for the first time and has been falling in absolutely in love. I don't have the heart to tell him though that at the end of season 5 something bad happens and he's gonna have to deal with that one. So
yes. Let's see here. Howard had mentioned he never knew Doohan had missing fingers till after that YouTube facts.
Yep.
Now we noticed how they hide it. Yeah, that's where I found out too, was from YouTube.
So Jordan, Nirti, was Nirti the individually frosted cakes one? Was that him? Was Nirti?
No, Nirti. Oh God, I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but no, Nirti was the like Indian chick.
Okay.
The beginning of the series.
Nearus was the individually frosted.
Nearus, yes.
Just so close. Nirti and Nearus. Nirti and Nearus. Individually frosted cakes.
So good.
What was the name of that show on Stargate where that's like the parody of Stargate?
Oh,
Wormhole Extreme. Yep.
There we go.
I love the DeLuise. What was it, Matt DeLuise that played that role?
Yeah.
It was so good.
Colonel on my uniform.
It says Colonel on my uniform, right? Yeah, the DeLuises had actually a huge part to play with Stargate, which is really, really cool. Like Ergo, which was Dom DeLuise's character, was just so good.
Who?
Ergo, remember Ergo?
Ergo. Come try ya.
Come try ya. Yeah, that's right.
Come try ya.
That's right.
You are better.
You're better now.
Howard had said, Jordan, you weren't supposed to notice that there were 200 of the same ship. Stop looking that close.
Howard,
fans.
have you seen the name of my channel?
And then Captain Charlemagne had said the ships in Picard were. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. In Picard, yeah, were to replace the ones that had been lost following the destruction of the ships on Mars.
That's correct. So in canon, the reason for that was they had to go through and basically recreate all the ships, but it doesn't make much sense for them all to be the same class and to all be commissioned at the same exact time.
Yeah, because you need different ships for different mission types.
And here's the deal: is the slaughter at Utopia Planitia had happened like many years beforehand. So like I get it. It's one of those like, oh, just budgets. I know it was budgets, and there was nothing they could do about it. So I the Inquiry class is cool. I do like the design of the ship, but yeah,
it was either budget or just
laziness.
Ignorance to the franchise.
True, and it was Michael Chabon who did the first season, and this is a Pulitzer Prize winning author. He is running Star Trek Picard. Tell me where that makes any sense. So yeah. And obviously, like the first season of Picard, what they were trying to be Star Trek without it being super Star Trek at Patrick's wishes.
Which we already know from Enterprise how that works out.
Yep.
Careful now, Eric saying spoiler alert.
Oh.
Hey, Eric.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Spoiler, the Enterprise doesn't survive Star Trek 3.
Oh.
Spoiler, the Titanic sinks.
What?
Yeah.
God, how am I supposed to go watch that movie now?
And Jody was asking if there are any Stargate model kits.
I wish.
His mom loved the series. And then Captain Charlemagne says, Jody, there are 3D printed gate models, but no ships from what I see on eBay.
Yeah, it's a shame.
There's a couple Stargate things I would love to build. One is a Daedalus.
Mm-hmm.
One is Atlantis. And one is Destiny.
Destiny, yeah, that'd be such a cool model.
But Destiny at a decent size.
Yeah.
With removable shuttles.
With removable shuttles, and I think it has the ability to drop gates too. I think it would be cool to have a gate that you could drop as well.
And like to have the ram scoops for refueling open up.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. They had to go into stars to do that. Remember that Remember that episode? Like that was such a fantastic episode.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And they had the lottery and
yeah.
Universe was highly underrated. I think they were just trying to push a style before its time.
At least they did get a second season out of it. Would have been nice to see.
Very true.
See more, but
Yep, very true.
It'd be nice to know what happened to Eli.
Yeah.
Eli was such a fantastic character.
Did he get the stasis pod repaired or not, or what?
Right. I forgot about that.
Howard's saying, well, I love that Claudia Black, and I can't remember the guy that played in Stargate and Farscape.
Oh, Ben Browder.
Yeah.
Yes, Ben, thank you. I couldn't remember his name either until you said it.
So Ben Browder, I saw him recently. He was in Landman. He plays the Army Colonel, so you get to see basically Cam Mitchell in Army in uniform again, which is pretty cool. And then Claudia Black was actually in the first season of Ahsoka. She played one of the Night Mothers. So it's kind of cool seeing some Stargate people getting out there again. Been watching a lot of Gate World stuff lately. Watching a bunch of the interviews that he does with a lot of the actors. He does a good job.
Let's see. Captain Charlemagne said the Inquiry was a multi-role ship, so it could do different jobs until new ships were made. But like you said, budgets.
Yep. I did like in season 2 of Picard, we got to see a bunch more of those ships. We got to see just much more ships that we're used to. Got to see some Sovereign classes. You got to see a couple Luna classes. You got to see the Excelsior class and the Excelsior 2 class and stuff like that. So you got to see a bunch of the ships in season 2. Whether you actually want to watch season 2, I'm not quite sure, but
Sovereign was a ship that needed more love. The Sovereign class.
I agree.
Well, if it wasn't for Worf.
That was not my fault. I would love to get a story about that, of course. That'd be great.
That's one of those things we never will.
I know, unfortunately.
Eric saying he has the wife watching Lower Decks for the first time.
Nice. Actually, I did get a bit of a mail call earlier. I forgot that I ordered this like 4 months ago. It showed up randomly, and I'm like, oh yeah. I got the complete series on Blu-ray.
Nice.
So I'm not really a super physical media guy. I used to be. I used to have like 1,500 DVDs and like 1,000 Blu-rays.
Yep.
But the problem is storing all of that. So I do have a little bit of physical media still, and I have all of like my Lord of the Rings special editions, and I still have the Star Wars DVDs that were released in the early 2000s. I have the Blu-ray Star Wars. I have all the Star Trek movies.
VHS?
I wish I did. I really wish I did. A lot of people wish they did still too.
If I still have, well, they're the remastered on VHS. But if I still have an extra copy, maybe I'll bring it next year.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Ian would really like a model of the Serenity from Firefly with removable shuttles.
That would be pretty amazing. I have heard a weird rumor lately, and I don't know how much true this is, but I've heard that there's their season 2 of Firefly is happening. I don't know if anybody else has heard that, but
I don't know if I heard that from you or Ian or someone, I think an HTM family maybe.
So if you've heard that somewhere, that like I didn't hear that from you guys, I heard it at work. So
I thought I heard that from someone in one of our streams or something at some point. I don't know. That they were thinking about, I don't know. Like, yeah.
So Nathan Fillion owns the rights to Firefly. He bought them from Joss Whedon.
Nice.
So we wouldn't have to deal with Joss Whedon being involved, which would be great. That'd be interesting. They would have to take that in the future, though. They're going to bring back the cast. They're going to have to take that way in the future.
Because with the deaths of some characters from the movie and whatnot.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
And some people not even being alive anymore.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Ron Glass died a long time ago. Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Captain Charlemagne says, one thing with Fan Home I'm looking forward to is Excelsior 2. When it finally gets released, I'm a fan of the Excelsior and love the 25th century version of a classic.
I agree. Is that one of the ones that are part of the collection? I want to say you're right. I hope so. That'd be great.
Let's see here. Eric says, very cool. Eric then said, I have a non-special edition Star Wars on VHS.
Oh, that's great.
Ian says that was a cool rumor, but I forgot to say a word. And yes, I have too much class to say that word. Thank you. Howard said, I'll send you my VHS. And he's got the little sticking your tongue out thing. That he said, oh, wait, I better hold on to it. I remember having the old box set of the VHS. I don't think I have them anymore. Let's see here. Captain Charlemagne says there's a building block version of the Serenity from Firefly, if I remember right.
Oh, really?
And then Howard's like, really? Question marks. Well, Spaceballs 2 is happening.
Yes. With a lot of the original cast, too.
Ian says, adios, boys. All right. You have a good night,
Hi,
there,
Ian.
Ian.
Stop by, man. Excuse me.
Yeah, Captain Charlemagne said, yes, just not been released yet. So I don't know if he's talking about the building block version of Serenity. I have a Christmas tree ornament of Serenity. Somewhere.
I'm just taking a quick perusal on Amazon to see if they have any decent countdown timers, like digital countdown timer displays. They're all like super expensive.
Really?
Like ones that would have like days, hours, minutes kind of a deal.
Yeah.
Like any of the ones that have like the red display, or I'm surprised how expensive they are.
Okay, Captain Charlemagne was saying it hasn't been released yet. He said the Excelsior 2 is what I was talking about.
Yeah, because we're on shipment number 8 of the Starships collection now. So getting almost to the halfway point. I am looking forward to seeing the Enterprise G, though. I hear, however, hopefully it's not true, but there's the window printing issues coming to effect on this one.
Oh, that's never any good.
So
what's that?
So nothing's changed.
Pretty much, yeah. Although it's been a little less prevalent. I've only had 1 out of the 7 so far with that issue. So hopefully it's not the case, but I do know that they have the infamous orange Bussard collectors and impulse engines, unfortunately.
So
unfortunately,
take some Tamiya clear red over them, or what?
Yep.
Nice.
And I'll do that I'm going to do that at the end of the build after I find out how many of those have that issue, and then I'll go ahead and do it all at once.
Let's see here. Howard said they actually tried to get the Serenity ship made from Lego, but Lego refused because it might make the 14-year-old boys go watch the show, which involved gambling, guns, violence, and promiscuous things.
Ah, yes.
Good wording. Good wording, Howard.
Good job.
Yeah, awesome show though. I remember when I was serving up north there, my first bit of housing up there, I had to have a roommate under another member there. So 2 single guys living in a in a trailer home, and got my roommate there hooked on Serenity without telling him, or with Firefly, and without telling him what's going to happen with the movie Serenity. I made him watch everything in order, and then made him watch the movie. He's like, "Damn, I can't believe they stopped making this."
Yeah, that was one of those super short-sighted things that Fox likes to do.
Yeah, but it was awesome to watch someone else go through it, knowing what's coming. That's kind of why I like watching those people's reaction to movies on YouTube. I kind of like watching some of those videos.
Yeah, I like watching reaction videos too.
People are watching movies that I saw back in the 80s or 90s or whenever, and they're watching it for the first time.
And they're watching them as classics.
Yes, yeah. And sometimes they're watching movies that are only a couple of years old too, and just watching someone else watching it, something that's, something you've already seen before. That's a lot of different colors.
Yeah. We're basically just creating the opposite of this one over here. I think we're about to bridge them together as well.
Yeah. I think that's actually smart that they did it in multicolor, because it really does help in that build process.
Yeah, big time.
Stephen Haynes is going to bed. He says, "Night all, stay safe, everyone."
Stephen.
You have a good night,
Stop
Stephen.
by, man.
Jody says you could always do a paint touch-ups of the collection. It would make a great video series.
Yep, that's kind of what my thought was.
What, for the fan home ships?
Yeah.
Has nobody done that kind of a thing yet?
I think there are some decal sets out there actually that you can get that are like.
Because I was just about to read this comment here.
Oh yeah.
Charlie Man says, Jordy, I guess he means Jody. There are decals that you can get to replace the ones on the die cast. I know there's some to turn the Enterprise F into the Verity or Odyssey.
The Verity. Oh yeah. So the Verity was the ship that Picard, when he left the Enterprise, took command of to head up the Romulan relocation project.
Whoever named that ship must have been a Doctor Who fan.
Yep.
Yeah, so Jody's like, no, he means Jordan. Yeah, I wasn't sure at first because Jody, you were also talking about doing touch-ups on the collection as well.
Wow.
But hindsight being what it is, that does make sense, Jody.
We're almost done with pack number 22. Very cool. Nope, what are we doing? Doing that. Side.
So Andrew, does your daughter work on the Lego kits that are fairly quite complicated like this, or?
Not yet, but she just did. No, it was an off-brand, but she just built a sushi set.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it gets her engaged, and she's very logical, very methodical, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great outlet for her. She can do it, and what am I trying to say? it's something that she can do on her own, and she can be as meticulous with it as she wants.
Does she let you guys help though, or no?
She doesn't really need it anymore. There are some times where some of the blocks are stuck together that she needs help getting apart. But apart from that, she's pretty good with it. So
Right on. Do you think something like that, D, would be something you guys would do together or something maybe?
Oh, possibly. I try to get her. Like I always talk about like stuff so that she's aware that it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay.
I see Captain Charlemagne is saying, I thought about doing that. And he's talking about the upgrading the little ships there. And he says, I don't know the colors to use without having to try and completely repaint everything.
Yeah. I would say for that, where's my clear red? I'm going to do this. I'm going to put clear red. I have the Mr. Color, but clear red over the top should help, but I need to experiment with it a little bit. If you guys aren't familiar, I can go ahead and show one that has the nacelles that are, or the Bussards that are the wrong color.
And Jody said his daughter is 19, and I think she likes Legos more now than ever.
I can tell you that I am of the same mindset.
You're starting to see more and more marketing for adults for Lego.
Oh, yeah. So here's the Titan A. So you can see they're orange along with the Bussards.
Well, Bussards look a little redder.
They do. All of the impulse engines, though, are
orange.
So
Eric says, "Don't drink it, Jordan."
Don't tell me what to do. Okay. Let's go ahead and open bag number 23.
Jody said he didn't have any when he was a kid. I remember getting the Space Lego set when I was a kid for Christmas one year. I don't know what year that came out, but
just double check to make sure we're not 223 bags. Oh,
that's a pleasant sound.
Okay. All right. 23 is this one bag.
Do those bag opening sounds really get your cats interested?
Soji, currently, who was sleeping, is now looking up. This is her favorite type of plastic.
About the noise.
No, because it probably tastes good. Like, she literally eats plastic, and like anytime I'm building or doing part works or whatever, those little baggies of like screws and everything like that. If I don't meticulously pick all that up and get it thrown away and then secured, she will literally eat it. And I will find, like, she'll puke, and there's little flecks of plastic in there, and it's just, it's a thing. All right.
I'm currently sitting here.
Go ahead.
I'm currently sitting here watching the white resin I poured inside the Bussard collector kick off.
Oh, fun!
Gradually, I just coat it like you would, like if you're making a chocolate bunny in a mold. Just pour it in, switch it around, dump the extra out. Same kind of thing. Really, creates a nice thin white layer inside and diffuses the light nicely.
Huh.
A lot of aircraft modelers will do the same thing with intakes on fighter jets.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good process to use on for painting a lot of different stuff.
Here's my Bussard for the Enterprise. I just use the frosting spray on the outside.
Frosting.
Mm-hmm.
Eric said, "My dad stepped on a Lego and never bought us another one." Ooh.
I didn't really do a lot of the Lego sets when I was young. But I did a lot of Lego building out of the general blocks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same. So I had this big white bucket just full of Lego blocks of all different kinds.
Yeah, and you just make whatever.
And you dump it out, and there's be this big, huge pile of Lego on the floor. And then I learned that you grab the dust bin, like the dust pan, and you collect it all that way and dump it back in the bucket.
Oh.
Like the broom dust pan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jody's got something interesting here. He said, try giving Soji an olive. They're not dangerous to cats, but they freak out on it like catnip. She'll play with it for hours, or at least my cats Tango and Cash used to.
Interesting. Okay. I think we got a couple olives in the fridge. I'll have to give that a try.
Olives and peanut butter sandwiches.
Hey, you look into my fridge.
Olive peanut butter sandwiches.
Captain Charlemagne, I might try to get some Tamiya Clear Red to fix my Titan A as well. The Farragut from Strange New Worlds and Stargazer 2 is fine, but the Titan Orange is too gainly.
Yeah, agreed. Apparently the F has, or the XL Enterprise G has that going on as well, so unfortunately. Okay, page. I mean, just a lot of like, you're going to do this and then you're going to do it again here in just a minute. On top.
Although if Soji starts freaking out with an olive and getting all kooky, you're gonna have to film a little bit to put on in Discord or something.
Of course. Yeah, she's been very grateful to be home, but she
still wants to go out.
Oh my god. Like she'll
Had
sit there and howl. Yeah, she'll sit there and howl out the window now at night. I'm just like, will you shut up?
Jody says, Farragut style Cerritos, anyone? Do you think that would look cool?
Farragut style Cerritos.
Sounds like Jody's going to be doing some drawing again.
I think his idea is that he's going to kind of curve the nacelles down on the Cerritos and then take the deflector pod, if I'm not mistaken, and put it on the top like almost like a Reliant class or a Miranda class. I think is what he was saying.
Jody sure does come up with some creative ideas.
He really does. I think that's one of the things that, like, speaking of, I kind of want to scratch build something for Wonderfest next year. See how that goes. I started like looking around for things around the house that are interestingly shaped.
Jody says, yes, Jordan. Everything skipped up here a second. I said, yes, Jordan, correct, but pod on the bottom right against the hull.
Oh, cool. Cool.
And then Jody and Captain Charlemagne are talking about what it may look like.
So if you're interested, there's some Bizarre updates on whatchamacallit.
Discord.
Just what I've been working on while you've been working away.
Let's see here.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow, that is really cool.
So there's the clear one, the original clear part, and then the coated piece. Now I'm gonna put I'll put frosting on the outside as well, so it dulls it down, or a matte coat or something like that.
Yeah, that's freaking cool.
Here, I'll take a picture of it with the lights off. It's so glossy, it won't be glossy when it's done. It'll look like the other one that you saw at Winterfest.
Okay, where's that piece?
There we go. It's just processing, and up.
Sweet. Well, that's cool.
It's a good process. It works really well. Although I don't need to do that. I won't need to do that on the 1400 because I've got Wayne's aftermarket parts.
Dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah. And blue one here.
Let's see here. Captain Charlemagne says, now that you mentioned doing that to the Cerritos, makes me want to take my 1650 Connie and make a Ranger or Pioneer from STO.
I agree. I need to get back into playing some STO.
I played it for about a month or two and I can't remember why I didn't go back to it.
Todd and I were toying around with the idea of like, I have my gaming channel, I just never use it. So we're toying around with co-oping it. I just need to not be so stupid busy all the time. Unfortunately.
Yes.
I just don't have time to play any games.
I actually busted out my PlayStation for a little while the other day. It was fun.
Donnie says I haven't played STO in a while.
I was hardcore into that game for a long time. Probably for about 5-6 years, I was played it daily. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. All of this is being held together, by the way, by one flimsy little piece, and so it's kind of a little, little wonky.
Howard says, just don't glue the red parts to the rear of the nacelles. That's for Andrew.
Sure.
Where are you? There you are.
Captain Charlemagne says, last time I was on, I just got into my Sovereign after blowing off every other ship to play in my Shangri-La.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that ship actually just came out. Also doing some cool stuff with the story. I've noticed some really cool stuff in there. Stuff with like Wesley, and they brought back Will Wheaton to play Wesley. Will Wheaton.
Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley.
Uh-oh. Evidence that I didn't get a chance to go through and press my fart button sound. I like literally got home with like 5 minutes to spare before the stream started. And when it stopped when it wasn't working, I'm just like, oh my God, are you serious? So ridiculous. Okay.
You may never know why something wasn't working.
Yeah, I hadn't turned my computer off in a couple of days. That probably had something to do with that.
Jody, how's that new computer working out for you?
I was upset that I wasn't able to stream with him last week. Excuse me. There we go.
Now, talking about gluing the wrong parts, I did put the nacelles on the wrong pylons the other night.
Yeah. Those pesky docking ports.
Yep. The thing is I was sure I checked before I installed them, but I must have swapped them without thinking.
I did the same thing with the nav lights on the runabout too.
Well, you had the nacelles on the wrong.
Yeah, I switched the parts completely. Like completely. Yeah. And I had marked everything too, so I even did it with confidence.
Well, if you're gonna do it with confidence.
That's right. Boldly go, they say.
Howard said, I wonder if they had cast Wesley as Leslie originally, how much different some episodes would have been.
Oh my. Very.
Oh my.
The Traveler would have been a creep.
Would have been one of those 80s, a very special episode.
That's right.
They would have had a PSA like in the drug episode.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is sci-fi. Okay, sci-fi.
Well, the kind of they've had a few episodes that were kind of like the drug episode.
Yep, Metamorphosis. When they brought back Merrick, or what was it? Merrick Buttrick was his name, who played David Kirk.
Yeah.
It was right before he died, actually.
And Khan's second in command.
That's right. That's right.
Who was not credited in the Wrath of Khan.
Do you know why he wasn't credited?
He didn't want to be credited.
Yeah, he didn't want to be typecast.
Yeah, but originally he thought that he didn't mean the whole like not being credited, including the end credits. He meant like on the poster and on like the beginning credits and all that kind of stuff.
Yep. Yeah, he kind of screwed himself on that one, unfortunately. Yeah, he had a very distinctive look about him.
Yes.
I always thought Khan had a weird look about him.
Same.
It's like, was he wearing prosthetics on his chest or something?
No, that was his real chest.
Apparently, I'd heard someone
weird.
in an interview was saying he ended up doing a whole bunch of, for like months beforehand, was doing constant push-ups.
Yeah.
To work on his chest.
It worked. That was an impressive.
Yes.
He had impressive man rack for sure. That's right. You heard it here first. Man rack.
Captain Charlemagne said, been there a few times with Andrew myself. I'm assuming putting the cells on the wrong side.
This isn't that solid yet, Jordan. Come on now.
I'm just getting the other Bizard coded now.
Nice. Oh my.
Howard said, I asked you earlier in the stream how long before you noticed that mistake Andrew told you we would have yelled at you then.
Huh?
He's probably asking about the nacelles on the
yes.
Dude, like Andrew, you noticed it like as soon as the episode came out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then he private messaged me. He was like, by the way.
Well, I didn't want to put a public comment on.
Yep.
Because I wanted to give you the opportunity to decide how you wanted to approach it without it.
Yep.
Like without everybody finding out that it was the wrong way. So.
Yep. No, I appreciated it. That was a hell of a repair job too. Like that was tough.
Have you really built a starship if you haven't had to crack it open at least once?
Seriously. There's so much truth to what you just said.
I mean, I had to crack the saucer off the D that was at Wonderfest.
God.
Because it wasn't aligning properly. And lighting wasn't working once I got it back together. That was
right.
like a heart-stopping moment.
Yep.
Or the heart-stopping moment was at Wonderfest when the lights weren't working.
When you forgot to plug it in.
Plug in the ship, yeah.
Yeah.
ID10T error right there. My heart just sank when it wasn't working. Because I just dragged this thing 1,000 kilometers to Wonderfest. I'm like, I can't crack this thing open to fix wiring.
Yep. Did the little glue dot that I gave you wind up holding the?
It held for the show.
Wow, love it.
Yeah, I've since removed it, but it held for the show, which is what it needed to do. So
love it. I gave Andrew was trying to figure out how he was going to get the deflector dish, the front of the deflector dish on, so I gave him one of these little glue points. Beautiful. Worked gorgeously.
Now there's some talk about man racks.
Nice.
Donnie is saying man rack. Is that like man boobs but firmer?
That's correct.
And then Howard said, he said, my man rack is covered by thick, flabby armor.
Same. 12 of these? Oh, we're not putting them across the top. I was like, that's not right. That's not right. There we go. Why? There we go. I said, why?
Yeah, Jody said he had to open the Discovery Enterprise refit to rewire the lights. Fortunately, he hadn't yet glued on the deflector housing.
I had to. What was it? Had to do the same thing with the Enterprise C.
Never a fun feeling.
No. Okay.
Captain Charlie
Those
makes
things.
ever wondered how Star Trek movie went if Phase 2 was used instead of them making a refit?
Ken,
What
you're
was that,
something
Ken?
happened to your mic.
You're all good now.
Oh, okay. I said, ever wonder how the Star Trek movie went if the Phase 2 was used instead of them making the refit?
It would have been interesting, actually. I think that like the ship itself was okay, but the refit itself, like if we didn't get the refit, I don't know if the movies would have been as successful. I got to be honest.
So the Phase 2 Enterprise would have been more true to a refit of the TOS
That's correct.
than the
That's
refit
correct.
was, because the refit's essentially a brand new ship. But
Yeah.
I think the refit looks better.
Yep, agreed. I wonder what those stories would have been like too, or that like it just would have gone a completely different direction because they would have gotten started sooner. But
Probably some of the early Next Generation episodes though too.
Yeah, exactly. Like because the child was actually a Phase 2 story, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
God, that was a horrible episode. Let's start season 2 off with the child.
Hey, not as bad as Shades of Grey. Come on.
It's true. Can't disagree with you on that one.
I don't think Code of Honor might have been worse than Shades of Grey.
Uh-huh.
But Shades of Grey was a pretty bad episode.
Yes, it was. Along with the Naked Now was also kind of a bad one, like episode 2, where they basically just rehashed.
Well, and that was a bad episode to do as your second episode out because you're expecting your characters to act differently than they normally would.
Right.
However, we haven't gotten to know how they would normally would.
Right. Exactly.
Donnie liked the look of the Phase 2 Enterprise.
So did I. It just I think that the refit just looks better. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this thing is starting to
Well, it's beefed up in that center section now too. It's
yeah. I'm actually can hold it now, and it's pretty solid now. So,
and this is all the part that you said, "Oh, I haven't built this yet." Earlier on.
Uh-huh. Hold on. I don't know. Getting these parts off once they're already put in. Okay, there we go. On either side. Okay. Gotcha. I'm gonna make sure I'm like fully reading my instructions here. Crazy talk, I know. I know. It's crazy. What did you have to put that on?
I remember seeing all those screen tests for Phase 2.
Oh, that'd have been cool to see.
They're out there on YouTube somewhere.
Really? Huh. I'll have to check that out.
Phase 2 was the introduction of the vertical warp core.
Was it really?
Yeah. I feel like this is my theory. I feel as though engineering in the original series was not where the warp core was, but it was where the impulse deck was.
I agree. I have had that same exact thought.
Because I think that what we saw as the engine was actually one of the impulse decks, and it was just one, and we only ever saw the one side of engineering, because if then it would have been another impulse deck on the other side of engineering. That's
Right.
my theory.
I've seen something where they talk about that and how there's like 2 engineering sections. There's the impulse engineering, and then there's the main engineering or whatever down below.
I feel like what we saw was only the impulse engineering.
Yes.
So fascinating.
Now it kind of ran off back towards the rear, kind of where the impulse engines were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's through pack 23. I think there's one more section of pods that we're going to be building here.
Very colorful.
Very, very. So let me, where's my spares?
Jody said the naked now is specifically to reel on older Trekkies like my mom. She loved that episode. I remember her saying the new Star Trek is going to be spicy.
That's funny.
And fully functional.
All right, let's grab bag 24, of which there are 2 of them. More colorful pieces.
Donnie said, dang it, I tried to put a link to phase 2 screen tests, but YouTube delinked it.
Oh, really?
It'll do that. Unless you're a moderator on the channel.
Oh.
Yeah, so Donnie, you've seen them then too, those screen tests.
Okay. I think what I need to do in between streams is just put you guys all as moderators on my channel. I have Todd and Buck as moderators, but any one of you could be hosting or producing or anything like that. So
Donnie says, yeah, I saw them a while ago. Yeah, throw them up in, if you get a chance, put it in Discord or you know, whatever the case, and wouldn't mind seeing them again.
Well, guys, I'm going to bow out. It's time for me to start getting ready to head off for the night.
Awesome,
You're fixing?
man. You're fixing?
Well,
thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's always nice to have 1 or 2 people to be able to talk off of.
I love it. Yeah, no, it's and it's a great opportunity to hang out with my friends. So I love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, well, enjoy. How much longer do you think you're going to be going? How much you have left to do here?
I got this is what 25 here, and then I started on 26, and I have that open. So I just opened 25. I had started on 26. I may go through 26. We'll see how 25 goes here. See how fast I go. So maybe another hour or so. So
have a good night, Andrew.
See y'all.
Bye.
And Donnie put the link in Sci-Fi on Discord. I just saw that. I just went over there and saw that. Thanks, Donnie.
Excellent. All right. I've been drinking a ton of water. I need to go wash my hands. I will be right back. 1 second.
All right. Let's see. Captain Charlemagne was saying the first move could have been the phase 2 ship, and then after it got destroyed, the refit. True. If they I don't know if they knew though that they were going to destroy the ship though. Come, the third movie or whatever the case is. Let's see here, and then people saying goodnight to Andrew. Yeah, I have one just like that too, Donnie. I gotta get a couple more here ordered for a couple people. Oh, let's see here. I see, Captain Charlemagne, you said you had to crack open both engines, hull, and saucer of your Avenger because you had to replace LEDs. Was not happy with them. All blew out when they worked the night before. Yeah, that's one thing I'm worrying about with not knowing my lighting very well, having to do that with the Reliant. I blew the board on the Klingon Bird of Prey. That's why I haven't worked on it for quite a while. I did order a new board and I did receive it, but
yeah,
I did that on stream one time, but I didn't freak out like some people, so I don't think anybody noticed. I just said, oh, and then I just kind of, I was done. I didn't say anything on the stream, but I realized, yeah, I just screwed up. I accidentally connected to 12 volts instead of 9.
As one does.
Yes.
I just realized this is pack number 24 that I just opened. I just saw pack 25. We're going to do 24 and call it a stream.
All right.
I was like, oh, God, no. And then we still got to record our little segment here, so I want to be conscious of that as well. So, provided that work doesn't explode on me next week, we should be able to get onto our regular Wednesday schedule again. By again, just for the first time.
I am looking forward to getting all those parts. Just
same.
Just and then just running full tilt with that Reliant.
Yeah, so I guess we could say the other part of it too. So Phil, Spruverse,
yes,
is also doing this build. the Reliant build and using the same parts, and I think Phil is subscribed to my channel and he has commented a couple times on the posts, and I know he's subscribed to Will, so basically Ken and I are feeling the pressure.
Yes.
We got to get this done. We need the parts so we can get it done, because we were full steam ahead. We probably went 14 weeks or so before we realized that we needed parts. And then it's just been a little bit of a slowdown since then while we've been waiting. And for me, I just got so busy with Wonderfest that it was kind of impossible for me to stay going. But I've also I like to build in large, I want to take care of the nacelles and get them done, right? And I want to get the roll bar and get it done. I want to do this and get it done. And I can't do that right now because everything's just kind of waiting, So the next week's episode, when I record it, it's going to be just something but creating LEDs and stuff like that, because the hell else am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm looking at my next episode being just mostly putting lights into the nacelles as far as they can go without worrying about removing those because I don't want to remove the fins until I have the replacement one, so I can see what kind of differences. Do I need to make the gap bigger or
I almost cut. I was like, well, you know what? We're getting the parts. I can go ahead and cut these pieces out. And then I stopped myself. I'm like, no, we need to make sure that we have everything correct and that everything lines up properly. So
yes,
it's been a waiting game for both of us. And so for Donnie to be sending us the window, the light boxes was exciting. And then for Will to be personally printing those parts and then sending them to us is also freaking super exciting. So really grateful for him for doing that.
What I'm having problems with right now is trying to strip the wires on the 0804s. I think that's 0408s or whatever they call them.
0402s.
0402. Thank you.
Yeah.
0402s.
Oh God. Yeah. Are you talking about the silicone coating?
Yeah. Like, do you just burn it off or what?
Burn it off.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Captain Charlemagne's got to go.
Oh, thanks, Captain. Appreciate you stopping by. Really do. Thank you so much.
He says you guys have a good night and a week.
You as well.
Yes, sir. Eric says that was supposed to be a blue brick.
What's that?
I don't know. He just says that was supposed to be a blue brick.
Oh no.
Well, you know Eric.
Yeah, I do. But I'm like, huh? I got it right. Jesus. Orange. The only thing that sucks is the colors on here don't exactly match up, right? So they're not
Okay, close, but
not exact. And so there's been a couple times where that's tripped me up a little bit. Because these brown ones, like these, could be, I don't know. I'm kind of colorblind, so.
Eric says the one over there.
Thanks, Buck. Appreciate it.
Alex here, he says, hi guys, just 2.5 hours left of work. Can I go home yet? And then he laughs.
You could.
You could.
Yep.
You probably wouldn't have a job to come back to.
I always say that to my employees, when they're like, can I go home? Even though it's like way earlier in their shift, I'll be like, you can, sure.
Physically, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, no, I physically can't stop you. I can't. But I can stop paying you.
Yes.
That's the thing that I can do.
and stop putting you on the schedule anymore, ever.
That's correct. That is correct. But I like to pay my bills. Sometimes.
And Captain Charlemagne had said on the way out, he said, next video on his NX is going to be out tomorrow around 2 p.m.
Excellent. Hey, that's right. He's building the NX. Very cool. All right. This is actually fairly... I was expecting this to be a little bit more complicated. I don't know why.
It does take time, that's for sure, but yeah. Now kind of watching you, I kind of realize why they use all the different colors and everything, like you guys were saying.
Yeah. Oh, God, if it was all gray, oh, man. Be so boring. 78. Wow. Oh, goodness. That. 4 more of the red ones.
It's the final.
It always makes me laugh. There. Wait.
He's dead, Jim.
It's dead. Are we doing it again? Am I missing something?
I protest. I am not a merry man.
Oh, we have a new viewer or commenter.
Thought it was going to be built already. No, we're in the middle of the build process. I'm going to be adding the lights to the the engines as soon as we're done here. But now I'm only halfway through.
Eric says, "Are you missing something? Maybe cat or cat took it." One with a C and one with a K.
So, oh,
Oh,
turn the piece. That's what's happening here. My God, Jordan. Look, I have never, ever been accused of being too smart for my own good.
Oh my.
True story. True story. I know a lot of people, to kind of go back to the comment, a lot of people will put the Game of Bricks stuff in after the build. We're going to be doing it during the build. Well, it's kind of designed to be modular, but I'm going to try doing it without. Waiting until the very end. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of these.
Eric. Eric says, "Have you ever seen the video of the poor guy building the Lego Titanic and his wife hiding 30 parts and filming him frantically searching for hours?" I have not.
Is awful. Like the way she thinks, but that is awful. Oh my God.
Like taking parts for a puzzle and hiding them.
Seriously, yeah.
But worse.
Okay, now. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, yeah. Pay attention, Jordan. God. Getting punchy here.
Trying to think of some of the movie. I saw a bunch of new movies that are coming out, which movie previews that are looking really good.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which ones I saw.
Oh, gosh.
If I knew I was going to be doing this tonight, I would have paid better attention.
I do appreciate you doing it.
Hey, I don't mind. I was going to be watching anyway, because like you said, we got some filming to do after.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a bunch of those movies coming out, and to me, I was like watching, going, I'm going to be watching that. I'm going to be watching that. Just recently, though, I watched Sinners. That was a really good movie.
Which one?
Sinners.
No, I never heard of it.
Oh, it has Michael B. Jordan playing a pair of twins. It takes place in the 1930s.
Oh, you know
Jim
what?
Crow
I have
era?
actually heard. Yeah, I have heard about that actually. Yeah.
And then it's kind of got it takes place like over a 24-hour period type thing, or just under a 24-hour period, and has a big supernatural twist in it.
Cool.
But for me, that'd be my recommendation for movie of the year.
Really?
Yep. If you get a chance to watch it, I would definitely recommend it. If you like supernatural kind of movies, and it's one of those ones where you got to watch the credits because there's some things that pop up then. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if anybody else here in comments has watched it or not. Oh, we've got someone else new here. Dovakin 45, currently building the Lego Millennium Falcon UCS set.
Nice. Excellent. Which size? The big? Let's see here. Okay. Yep, gonna get through.
He says yes, so it would be the big one.
Wow. More parts than this one. By far. Like 3,000 more parts. I want to say maybe I think the Falcon's like 10,000. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know how many parts are in there. Okay, so we're matched up now on both sides.
Nice.
These may actually be the full engines. Nope, looks like there's at least one more ring on there, but we're gonna want to build in something else for a second. That turn it over.
He says 7,500 parts.
7,500. Okay. Yep. So 900 more than this one. Wow. That's saying something.
Actually, I saw one of the previews I saw. It looks like it's going to be a B-rated movie, but it does have Linda Hamilton in it.
Really?
And yeah, so I think I'll still watch it. Looks decently done until they get to it's an alien type movie. Once it kind of gets to the alien part, they look a little like they might be a little cheesy looking, but it's Osiris. It's like a special forces unit. Somewhere it doesn't say like it's classified where it is, and they're fighting or whatever, and then it's like the whole unit gets abducted by aliens while they're in the middle of a firefight.
Oh,
so
cool.
Yeah.
You said Linda Hamilton, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
For the preview, it looks like she's been abducted a while before, and she's with a bunch of other people. They've been abducting people, I guess, for food or something. So to me, it seemed interesting. I wouldn't mind watching it. What else is coming out? I think what else I saw from Aliens Earth. The TV series. Right. I'm looking forward to that. The latest preview come out a couple of weeks ago or a week ago or so. Alex saying, "Hi, Buck. Looking forward to at least getting home. I don't know the Buck's on tonight."
Yeah, that's Ken.
Yes.
I think he's mistaking you for Buck.
Yes, I don't think I sound like Buck, but you never know.
No.
But he does say your Lego set is coming along nicely.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Aliens Earth. It looks like the ship looks like looking at the previews, it looks like the ship crashes on Earth, and they had found 5 different alien species that they had on board, including the xenomorph from the Alien movies, and then 4 other very aggressive alien species.
Yeah.
Eric says Buck is probably wandering the wasteland. Yes, playing some more Fallout.
Yep, more than likely. Thursday night is Fallout night for Buck.
And Alex says, "Oops, sorry, Ken, no problem." He said, "I only got 1 earbud in." That's kind of what I figured.
It's weird how this is not wanting to fit in. Did I get something wrong?
You turn the right way?
I think so.
Are you in Europe that you need an adapter?
Right. So this fits in. It slides down. Why is this not wanting to stick? There we go. There we go. Had to kind of like finesse it in because these two straight pieces right here settle under and then got it.
Okay. Yep.
So, there we go. Okay. Instantly stabilized it. Cool. Wow. This thing is already pretty girthy. No, excuse me.
There is no excuse for you.
Nope. Like that. And we're grab two of these. Yeah. There we go. What? One over that. Two just like that.
Holy cow. 3 hours already?
No, I know. That's why I was like, oh, man. Could also, if you wanted to, Ken, if it's getting a little late for you, we could also record tomorrow morning if we want as well.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay.
I'm just looking out your window there. It's still light out.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We're still an hour and 20 minutes away from sundown.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock here, so.
Yeah. Not getting started building until like an hour in also didn't help.
Yeah, well, now you're at the 2 hour or 2/3 building,
right.
1/3 talking.
Yep, which is fairly good actually.
Yeah.
Wish I can be like Wayne and just have a stream where I talk.
I'm just kind of looking through other movies around to see what else I've seen lately. I think I mentioned on like a Friday stream or a Sunday stream I had seen Death of a Unicorn. It's a horror movie. I enjoyed it.
So this fits. How? How?
Oh, also I finally saw a first preview I've seen for Megan 2.0.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if you watched the first one or not.
I haven't, but I've heard it was good. And it's definitely on it's on my list to watch for sure. What is happening now?
Oh, Jody said he watched the new Planet of the Apes movie yesterday and he liked it.
Nice. Wow. Never get paid early, actually. Just got paid. Wow.
Hey, there you go.
My paycheck's here early. So
Quick, order a pizza in. No.
Like I'm likely going to order something tonight because I'm going to have to figure out food after this is done. And Kat's went off to a barbecue. So,
nice.
Yeah, she's going to be coming back like, what? You haven't eaten? What's wrong with you? I was building toys. There it is.
Oh, Eric says you could always do a podcast /roundtable with people from the Discord group talking about nerdy stuff.
Eric's always got the best ideas.
Just call it like the HTM Nerdcast or something. I'm sure Nerdcast is used by someone else already.
But it's not copyrighted, so it's fine. Probably copyrighted.
Yeah, probably. Jody says, the movie he watched was Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, okay, cool.
I haven't actually seen any of the new Planet of the Apes ones. I've seen all the original ones.
I know that Andy Serkis played Caesar in a lot of the newer ones. I just haven't seen him. I've seen them like they were on TV at work, but without sound, and I obviously couldn't pay attention. So I do want to see him. There's so much things I want to watch. I just never get around to.
Yeah.
Oftentimes I'll come home and get home from work and then just stare up blankly into space for a couple of hours.
See, Eric is saying HDM Glue Sniffers Anonymous would be a perfect name.
I might have to. It's a good idea for a stream idea. Like,
oh yeah,
I like having the idea of like different little streams that I do, like the night shift and the dockyards, and I think having a stream,
the talking one would be nice.
Yeah, all sit and chat. That'd be a lot of fun. None of us actually have to build anything for once.
No, but it's one of those ones you'd probably want to prep for a little bit. Have some topics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But having done a podcast before, I actually know how to do that, which is amazing.
Jody says, ignore the Mark Wahlberg one. Yes, I've seen that one.
So have I.
Yeah, unfortunately.
God, that was James Franco was in that too, wasn't he? God.
What? No, he wasn't. He was in the first reboot one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They did it twice.
And I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen it, but I remember seeing all the like clips from it and previews and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so I am building 2 of these at once because they're telling me to do it, and I'm actually paying attention. So I know it's crazy. I was paying attention.
A show I've recently been watching, I have to highly recommend too, although each episode seems really too short, is Murderbot. Murderbot, yep.
Huh.
I would that for me that's a huge recommend show. It's really kind of funny. So
I've been watching Yellowstone.
Okay. Murderbot has Alexander Skarsgård in it.
Oh,
the main character. Yep.
Cool.
He's like a security. I don't know if you call it not a cyborg, just a android. Security android.
Oh,
and yeah, it's like a distant future kind of movie, and his job is to protect people, but he figures out, like the very first episode, kind of first few minutes, whatever, he'd figured out how to hack his own programming, and basically gives himself free will, so to speak.
Oh boy.
And but he's trying to hide it because he knows if he does let it known, then basically he'll be destroyed by the company. And then he ends up being like some sort of event happens. We don't know what yet. And he kind of has a few flashbacks throughout the series so far. And I guess he gets refurbished or whatever. And he gets sold out to a private exploration group, that kind of goes off to planets and does exploration. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the planet, there's a corporate group doing the same thing, which is like they know about each other type thing, even though they don't mention it for the first like 4 or 5 episodes.
What services is on?
Apple and I'm trying to remember which other one. Apple and one other one.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's right up my alley.
It's really good. Each episode is like supposed to be like a 30-minute episode, but by the time you get the credits and the opening introduction and stuff, it's probably only like 22 minutes or so.
Oh, this hour has 22 minutes.
Exactly. Trying to see who else is in it that I would know. There's a few other people who look familiar, but I don't like their names don't twig anything for me, but just seeing their face. Although John Cho is in it.
Oh, cool.
But like he's in a show, like the android likes watching a show. Like now that he's got free will, he likes watching like a soap opera type shows and stuff. Donnie says it's on Apple and Prime. There we go.
Apple and Prime, okay.
Yeah. And John Chow is in it, which he plays the captain of a ship that's, you know, on this show that this robot likes to watch, the android. And yeah, Murderbot is the name he gave himself, although it really hasn't come up in the show other than the kind of the first time he kind of mentions that he decided to give himself a name.
Murderbot.
Yeah,
I love it.
I like that. And then Greg Clark is in it, who's agents like who played Agent Coulson from the Avengers and all that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's in it. He's on the show that the Murderbot likes to watch. So Murderbot can get wrecked, you know, pretty bad, and then he can get repaired. He's got like a human type flesh over top of the robotic parts.
Oh, okay.
So like normally when people see them at first, they just see them in their armor with a helmet where you can't see a face or anything, and then he takes the helmet down type thing, and people are like, he's got a face. Like they didn't realize that these androids actually had human looking faces and stuff.
Oh man.
And he's actually got like entire skin covering his entire body.
All right, that sounds super fascinating to me.
Yeah, I recommend. Let's see. So Jody said, Donnie said it's on Apple and Prime. I haven't watched. Okay, so Eric says, "Ken, have you watched Stick on Apple TV with Owen Wilson?" I haven't yet, but I've seen it a few times. They're listed, and I'm like, I wonder if I should start watching that. And then I saw something where it was listed as shows that are on that should be watched, and it actually sounds like it's good. Jody says that sounds like a good show, Ken. Like I said, I really enjoy it. I've already got it on the services that I have, so I mean, for me, it's not really costing anything extra to watch it.
Right.
And they're nice short episodes. It's actually filmed in the Toronto area.
Of course it is.
So
everything's filmed in Toronto. Wow.
Yeah, and the people that basically bought him only had got him because the corporation wouldn't insure them for insurance going on this survey mission without a security bot. Huh. So like, okay, we'll just get them. So they basically got him as a refurbished unit because it was cheaper, even though the corporation was originally trying to upsell them on a new model. So, and he's worried that if they find out, like if the corporation finds out, they'll basically what they do is they throw the androids in like just a big vat of acid to eat up all the flesh and then melt down all the metallics and stuff.
Oh my god!
So that's what he's worried about having happen to him.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that's another one I gotta watch, Eric. He says he's happy that the new season of Resident Alien is on.
Alan Tudyk. Shows that I need to watch too. Yeah.
Yep.
Been watching a bunch of stuff about Andor and his re-reprisal of K2SO.
Yeah.
He's such a delightful dude. He really is.
Let's see here. Yeah, Donnie says Resident Alien is hilarious. Oh, the guy who played Andor, I saw him listed in some. I knew something as well.
Diego Luna.
Is that what he's in, or are you talking about the guy's name?
That's his name, yeah, Diego Luna.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's something new he's coming out in.
Okay, so they gave me 2 random weird yellow pieces. Okay, this is the end of the pack. Grab this and we'll finish the engine pods real fast, and we'll take a look. Let's see if I can add a little bit of the light Burbrick stuff. And I don't think the answer to that question is no, cannot.
No.
So I labeled it as we're going to use Light My Bricks, and nope. And this, you're going to, don't put away the instructions, Jordan. God. So this one, take this, line that up, just like so. Cool.
To paraphrase Han Solo, no, this one goes there, that one goes there.
And bam. All right. I have done this.
All the colors of the rainbow.
All of the colors of the rainbow, indeed. So how this is going to work, this is basically, I would say, 2/3 of the engine pods outside of the skins, and then the little cones on the front and the back, which we're going to start building in the next little bits. And then this just sits right on top and acts as the piece that you get to pull up when you're going to go look at the inside of the ship, which is really, really cool. So
No, you mean to play with, not look at.
Play with. Well, yeah, you know. I won't be playing often.
When you're playing Legos.
That's right. When you're playing Legos, exactly. Well, there it is, my friends. Looks like a nerd's freeway. Yeah, exactly. Eric, you're right on it. This weighs at least a pound. Like, this is a solid pound of plastic right here. Did not contribute to the microplastics problem in the ocean at all. So there it is. Do we have anything do we need to catch up on here?
Jody had mentioned that it sounds like a Klingon. I'm assuming he means Alan Tudyk.
Mm-hmm. Robot kind of sounds like the movie Wild Robot. Yeah. And Alec wants to know what part of the crest this is. So this is the engine pods. So I went ahead and skipped ahead probably about half the pack. So, although not that far ahead, probably getting close towards the 2/3 being done now with these packs being done. So yeah, well, there it is. Thanks, Chase. Thanks for stopping by. It's been about 3 hours. Well, over 3 hours now. Holy crap. I need to eat some food, and Ken and I need to record a segment, and so he can get to bed. So I think we're going to call it a stream for that. For me, I will be releasing an episode of the Reliant Buddy build with Ken tomorrow. I don't do much, but I do a little bit. Got one of those coming out. And then next week, I should have a full slate of videos. I just got to do some editing. So that's going to be the biggest thing for me. And my work schedule's changed a little bit. So it's harder for me to edit in the morning. But that being said, it's kind of a shitty excuse. So otherwise, that's the plan. I should have a full slate with Vader and the Enterprise and the Falcon and the Reliant. And even the Enterprise G on a unboxing. So I could actually have quite a few episodes next week, which I haven't done in a long time, but who knows? I may space it out as well. I got to edit all of it. It's all been shot, but I just got to edit it. And so the 4-letter word rears its ugly head. And then otherwise, the reason I'm not really on the Friday streams for Hobby Time Modelers is I don't get off work, it seems like these days, until like 9 or 10 my time. Last couple times that I've gotten home, the stream is are like wrapping up. And then what I'll do is I'll go lay down. Like I'll take off my work uniform, I'll put on my clothes, and I'll just kind of lay back for a second. The next thing you know, I wake up on Saturday morning and I'm starving, and I've missed the stream, and I usually have texts from Todd or Ian or someone else saying, "Hey, asshole, where are you at?" So if I don't show up to the Friday streams, it's because I was working real late. But I should be there on Sunday, provided that everything works out properly and I don't wind up getting called to work. So knock on wood on that front. So that's what I got going on for me. Otherwise, make sure you check out Hobby Time Modelers on Friday and Sunday for streams. If you're interested, check out the link down below to Hobby Time Modelers, the channel. And then once you're on the channel, you can get a link to the Discord if you're not already there as well. So for producer Ken, thank you so much. I really appreciate you helping out tonight, my friend. As always, especially when it was not expected. So thank you so much. And for Howard and your incredible generosity, thank you again for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. So otherwise, that's what I got for you guys today. And before I say the words, Ken, do you want to end the stream, or do you want me to press the buttons to end the stream?
You can press the buttons.
Okay, so let's make sure that I got everything queued up here real quick. Usually when I go to just start saying the words, Todd will like take care of the thing. But then I'm like, oh shit, Todd's not here. So let's make sure we say it. So I know that there was a million things y'all could have done tonight. Instead, you spent 3 hours and 22 minutes watching me build some Legos. And I think that's pretty damn cool. You guys have any questions, comments, tips, tricks, please leave them down below. Like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. And my friends, until we see each other again, I hope you all have a wonderful evening in this beautiful world we happen to be. And just remember that this is the way.
Good night, everyone.